What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Ricky Johnson. So your boy finally went to the track. My God, it was an amazing experience, man. Finally put the Shelby on the track. I was so nervous. So it was nerve-wracking. I enjoyed myself, but at the beginning, my first session, I was so nervous. I had no idea what to do. There was no instruction of the track, so I didn't know what to do. I didn't know braking points. I didn't know turning points. I didn't know what any of the cones meant. I didn't know what any of the 200, the 100, 200, 300 meters for where you could stop. I didn't know anything like that. Going around my first turn, I said, wow, this is not like your public roads, because on the roads of Mexico, I could take those corners at like 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. No. On the track is a totally different story. I compared the track to a roller coaster. I can handle roller coasters, but when you're driving, it's a totally different experience. The turns are, the elevation of the turns, the way the turns are, it's crazy. They come up so quick on you, and the whole experience for the first session was nerve-wracking. One of the guys suggested, this is after my second session, one of the guys suggested, hey, why don't you try to speak to one of the instructors? And I said, hey, listen, do you mind me ride along with you? I was honestly, I didn't want anybody to drive my car, but I asked him, can I drive with him? He had a WRX. He said, cool, no problem. He said, the turns are going to be different. Your lines are going to be different because you have a rear-wheel drive car. I have an all-wheel drive. I understand that. I just want to get an experienced driver and see how you drive on the track. Let me tell you something. This type of racing separates the men from the boys. I love road racing. I love road racing. I love drag racing. That's nothing compared to this type of racing. When that man took me for a ride in his car for the first warm-up lap, I was like, wow. And he was just showing me turning points, showing me the apex and things like that. For the second and third run, I said, holy shit. This man, 11-year experience, was throwing that WRX around the corners like it was nothing. And I'm looking at his speed and I'm comparing to my speed. So his speed around the corners were between 60 to about 110 miles an hour. My speed around the corners was about, from my first session, from like 30 to 40, to my second session to 40 to maybe 50, and then my last session was like 60 to like 80 miles an hour around the corner. Honestly, that's what I needed, because after I went ahead and drove with him and experienced that, and he showed me how to, enter the corners, when to brake, what these cones mean. After that, my confidence level went from 0 from my first session and my second session to my third session. My confidence level was about a 6 on session 3. Although I was in the beginner's class, and a lot of these guys were in the beginner's class, they had been there before. This was their second or third or fourth time, but they weren't comfortable enough to be in the advanced class. They usually have 3 classes. This time they only had 2 classes. So a lot of the guys who should have been in the second class were in the first class, which is the beginner class. So that's the reason why they were bullying me around the corners. On a straight run, no one had anything for me. And guys, please make sure you follow me on Instagram, rjcarreview on Instagram, because this track session was on Monday. Today's Wednesday. I'm just putting the videos together. I already had put clips of the videos of my sessions on Instagram. So please make sure you guys are following me on Instagram, rjcarreview, Instagram. Peace. All right, guys, first track session. Okay. Guys, all right, first track session, man. A little nervous.
Have fun out there.
Thank you. A little nervous, but hopefully I'm just gonna try to stay safe, man. I have the suspension in normal, dampers is in normal, and steering is in normal for now, just to see how it feels first, and then I'll adjust when I need to.